Dennis Weaver here, Friday Night Thunder for the District 8 preview for week number 2 of the Tennessee high school football season. It's a big district week, but we begin with a non-district match. Lawrence County heads to Savannah to take on Hardin County. Calling the action on WDXC in Lawrenceburg is Stanley Wilson.
The Lawrence County Wildcats travel west tonight in search of their first win of the season. The Cats travel to Savannah to take on the 1-1 Hardin County Tigers. Lawrence County will have to shore up their line play if they expect to get their first win. The Wildcats gave up 359 yards last week in a 30-10 loss to Giles County in the Cowbell game. The Wildcats were held to 53 yards of rushing. Coach David Marston and his staff has been working hard this week to improve their wing T attack. If the Wildcats can play inspired football like they did in the second half of the Columbia game, the Cats will have a good shot at that first win. I'm Stanley Wilson for WDXC Sports.
In Columbia, Coffee County comes to town. For the visiting Red Raiders, Lucky Knott will have the call on Thunder Radio in Manchester.
The Coffee County Red Raiders have given up 107 points in 2 games. They will definitely try to improve on that this week as they take on Columbia, a multiple state championship winner and last year's runner-up to Beach. The Columbia Lions have lost several players from last year's great team, but returned several, and the speed will be definitely something the Red Raiders of Coffee County will have to contend with. The Red Raiders moved into District 8 AAA this season, so the game on Friday night is against their first District 8 AAA foe. It's Coffee County versus Columbia in Columbia. For Friday Night Thunder from the WMSR studios in Manchester, I'm Lucky Knott.
And the voice of the Columbia Lions is Mike Epley with WKRM.
The Columbia Central Lions are carrying a lot of emotion into Friday night's affair with Coffee County after being resilient in their last 2 games. The Lions are 2-0 and welcome their former foe back onto the schedule. Bad news for the Red Raiders is a dismissal from the team and a 0-2 record. It will be the only home game of the first 4 for the Lions. The game is on 1340 or ColumbiaLionsFootball.com. Mike Epley, voice of the Columbia Central Lions.
Franklin County travels to Fayetteville tonight. Calling the action on WCDT is Al Clark.
Falcons and Rebels, that's all you have to say about a rivalry that so often meant playoff implications, and this the first district game for both schools. Both schools looking for a win. We'll see what happens on Friday night. Last week, DJ Samuels of the Rebels rushed for over 100 yards in the loss to Lebanon. And the defense, well, still a little rough this time of the year. We'll see you Friday night on the sports leader in Franklin County, WCDT. I'm Al Clark.
And for the homestanding Falcons, Donnie Honey brings you all the action on WYTM of Fayetteville.
The Lincoln County Falcons return home Friday night after a disappointing loss last Friday to Pope John Paul II. After totally dominating the first half of the game, wheels fell off as the Falcons committed 4 turnovers and wound up losing the game 24-14. The Falcons welcomed Franklin County Rebels to the pit Friday night for the 35th meeting between the 2 schools, the first district contest for both schools this season. The Falcons will be looking to stop the rushing attack of the Rebels and try to cut out the mistake that cost them the game last week. Both teams come into the contest with 0-2 records, so one team will walk away Friday night with their first win and also their first district win of the season. The Falcons must put together 4 quarters of solid play and eliminate costly mistakes to have a shot at victory. Game time is 7 p.m. at Meadows Thompson Stadium. Really want to FM. This is Donnie Honey reporting.
The rivalry game of the week is in Shelbyville as the Eagles welcome Tullahoma. Calling the action for the Wildcats, Scott Chasteen of Tullahoma's Sports Ticket.
After putting a mark in their win column for the first time this year by handling Stewart's Creek 43-27 last week, John Olive and his staff know the intensity and the importance crank up significantly when they head down Highway 41A this evening. Every season in most every sport, Tullahoma and Shelbyville compete for playoff opportunities. Despite the shifts and turns of regions and districts in football in recent years, the Wildcats and the Golden Eagles are always the same classification and always district rivals. To the victor goes a leg up in the district race. To the loser, quickly 2 games down in the district standings. Tullahoma at Shelbyville with kickoff at 7. For the Ticket Sports Radio, I'm Scott Chasteen.
And for the homestanding Eagles, the voice of Shelbyville sports is Rusty Reed, WLIJ Jax Radio.
The Shelbyville Central High School Golden Eagles come off a big win this past Friday night against the Pioneers of Warren County. Not a pretty win, but a win nonetheless. Shelbyville plays great for the first 5 minutes, plays great for the last 5 minutes of the game. However, tonight against Tullahoma, that may not be enough. That's right, tonight it's Shelbyville and Tullahoma doing battle at Eagle Stadium. a game traditionally seen later in the season. However, this year, third game of the season. It's the first district matchup for the Golden Eagles tonight. They'll have to bring their A game to get the win over the Wildcats. Reporting for WLIJ, I'm Rusty Reed. This is Jax Radio.
That does it for the District 8 Roundup. I'm Dennis Weaver of Friday Night Thunder. Check out our website at FridayNightThunder.com.